Hello and welcome. I'd like to introduce to you a very interesting game. Imagine 3 chests stand before you. Each chest is either lying or telling the truth. 2 of them are telling the truth, 1 lies. The chest on the left says that it is telling the truth. The middle chest says that first chest was lying. And the third chest says that first chest was telling the truth. This is a simple enough game, a simple enough premise. Expanded on here in this other game, Demon Bluff, where instead of having chests that simply tell you truth or lie, you have various characters with different attributes, each trying to convince you of something, of who's telling the truth and who's lying. Standard. Reach the final village and die as few times as you can along the way. That's what we're going for today. And I just know you're going to love this one. It is a fascinating game. There's one evil among all characters. Find and kill it. So we start out with 5 different characters total. But really, I guess it's 4 villagers and a minion. The minion will pretend to be someone else. All right, so like an enlightened, as an example, learn that the closest evil to me is either clockwise or counterclockwise, so which direction an evil is. The gem crafter is going to tell me that somebody is good. Welcome, Ivan. The confessor will basically confess if they're evil or not, based on being dizzy or not. And the lover will tell me how many nearby characters are good or evil, really. 1 character is good. This one says that 4 is good. Let's check 4. Confessor says itself is good. And the confessor would be dizzy. They would say, I am dizzy, if they were actually evil. So now we know that 4 and 1 are both good because they kind of confirm each other. If 1 were lying, then 4 would have to be lying. We only know there's 1 minion available. 2 here. No evils adjacent to me. Well, we'll find out. We will find out. Although this is pretty certainly true. Here's kind of an interesting thing. We're gonna just guess from right here. So, not even really a guess. We know with certainty, and here's how. 4 is good. 4 is good. No evils adjacent to me. If this one is lying, and there are evils adjacent to it, then there'd have to be a second evil in addition to the 1. And so, since we know that can't be true, we know that 5 must be evil, and therefore 2... well, 5 must be evil, and therefore 2 is not evil, right? Bang. Cheap shot. 1, and you were going to say there was an evil adjacent to you as well. Interesting. All evil characters have been executed. Yeah, this would, like, with 1 evil character, if anyone says there's an evil near me, they're the one lying. Surely the one lying. All right, new characters unlocked. Learn a good character and its role. So you're going to tell me who is good, potentially. And then pick 1 character, learn if they're lying. Learn a good character and its role. Pick 1 character, learn if they're lying. Okay, so the judge is going to be able to be like a usable character for me to say someone else is telling the truth or lying. We'll see. Confessor. Confessor says, I am good. I trust it because they're not dizzy. Simple enough. Gem crafter says 1 is good. Confirming each other. This is good. This is all fine. This one, medium, says the confessor is real. So basically, everybody is just saying this 1 character is just fantastic. And I agree with that because there's only really 1 evil. So closest evil is clockwise. Somewhere this way. This all still makes sense. You could still be evil, I suppose. You're saying 1 evil adjacent to me. So it could be true, right? This one could be the evil. And then this one at long last, the judge. The judge has learn if they're lying. So if I take the judge here and I ask if the confessor is lying, and you say that they are lying, you have to be evil because I know confessors are good if they're not dizzy. All evil characters have been executed. Excellent. New characters unlocked. We get a wretch. I register as a random evil minion to other characters. And we get an empress. Learn 3 characters. Only 1 of them will be evil. Interesting. All right, we're starting with a judge. And this is going to get progressively more complicated. So far, we've had it not too difficult. Everyone's just kind of saying, you're good, you're good, you're good. And you're saying, no, I think you're evil. I don't know about that. How you doing, Regressive? How you going, Scarlet? Welcome, Scarlet. All right, judge. My audio was kind of messed up on my first attempt at recording this, so apologies there. But here we go. Audio should sound hopefully good. Learn if closest evil to me is clockwise or counterclockwise. The enlightened judge, or the enlightened. So you're telling me that there's an evil this way. You're telling me closest evil is equidistant. Oh, there's 2 This is the first I've... Yeah, okay, interesting. I didn't even think about this. Closest evil is equidistant. So if there were 2 evils, you're telling me, well, that can't be right, can it? You just have to be lying. Because there's only 1 evil. It can't be equidistant. Because 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, it's just not possible. Oh, the wretch. I didn't even think about that. I think I just got lucky. Right, there could have been a wretch. Okay, so the wretch here, the wretch. Registers random evil minion. Right. Wow. So there could have been an evil here and then a wretch here. And then we say, oh, they're equal distance away from us. But I just get lucky. I get lucky instead. Oh, so much to consider. New characters unlocked. So the wretch works in such a way where if someone sees the wretch, they think that guy's evil, whether they're evil or not. Challenging. Guessing means equal distance. Yes, equidistant. I lie in disguise, so we get a second minion. We start having 2 minions now. Pick 3 characters and learn how many are evil. So much like the judge, the point of the jester is just to help me find things out. All right, enlightened. So Discord fix, want to test? Sure, I think it should work fine. Enlightened. Closest evil is clockwise. You're telling me there's someone this way to catch. Pick 3 characters, learn how many of them are evil. Okay, we'll see if we can use that. But you also could be evil. The jester themselves could be evil, meaning that this character says, oh, there's somewhere this way. This character says, that guy's evil, this guy's evil, that guy, whatever. Not very useful at that point. I am good, so we know this one's good. So if you're saying that one of these side is evil, the closest thing, then Jester's pretty likely to be evil here because we know this guy's good. We'll keep checking. Now around the bend. All right, 8 is good. The gem crafter tells me that 8 is good. Let's open that one. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Yeah, 8 is good. So the whole point of the wretch is to be seen as evil. So I'm pretty sure that's a lie. Yeah. Now we carry on. So 1 minion down, but we still have now a second minion. The twin has arrived. All right. Let's click here. The judge. Now the judge is going to tell me if someone is good or evil, but if they are evil themselves, that makes it pretty dangerous. I will say as well, though, here's something interesting. Enlightened. Enlightened is telling me that the closest evil is this way, but they're right next to a wretch who they should be registering as evil as it stands. So if I attack you, you are the twin minion. We get to do that a little early. Now, I don't know if I have any advantage for not selecting these cards. I'm not sure. Maybe that boosts my score. Let's check that. For every evil kill, get 50 plus 10 for each unrevealed card. Okay, so I could boost my score. I don't know how much I care about score, but hey, good to hear it. New characters unlocked. Now we have Bombardier, and we have a knight. The knight, if we attack the knight, let's say, the knight should not be able to die. So if it was an enemy that can die and it's pretending to be a knight, then it's killable there. Kind of useful. Lose if you execute me. Bombardier, yeah, just be super careful with them because yeah, they're gonna end me real fast. All right, Jester. Enlightened. Enlightened tells me that there's an enemy this way. Okay, so I think this is similar to when we just did. Oh, there's a hunter, though. Yeah, we got some new things. So the hunter is telling me that one of these two is likely evil. Is evil, or the hunter is evil. One of the two is true. You're good. So now we get into this kind of interesting position where Enlightened tells me that somewhere this way, most likely the hunter, is going to be evil. The hunter tells me that one of these two is evil. We know this one's good. So they're conflicting information. A way around this, if I know Jester is good, is that I could pick the Jester, the Confessor, and the Hunter. And then if it says that there's one evil, it's got to be the Hunter. If there's no evils, then it has to be the Enlightened. But Jester could also be evil, so I don't want to get ahead of myself. Bombardier, okay. Careful not to execute that unless I know it's evil. The Knight, I can't die. We'll see about that. Okay. You can't die, which means you are good because you're telling the truth. The Medium, number 6 is a real Knight. Well, I know you're telling the truth as well. That's a good sign. Although there's 2 evil, right? Yeah, the minions are both still alive, which means Jester is pretty likely to be evil at this point. We know this one's good. We know the Knight's good. We know the Medium's good. There's only so many people. Empress. 1 is evil. Okay, so there's only 1 evil amongst these 3 units. The Hunter, the Knight, and the Medium. That means the Hunter is guaranteed evil unless the Empress is evil. Because if Empress is evil, they could just tell me that's true. I feel like the Hunter being evil is reasonably likely. How about we do this, though? We know that the... Oh, now it's tricky, actually. I feel like I use Jester to check Knight, Medium, Empress. If it says Empress is telling the truth, then that means that either it's lying and Empress is lying, or Hunter is lying. But if Hunter is lying... then that means that both of these two are good. Which I guess means the Jester would be lying. Yeah, that's actually tricky. I don't know if that would fix it for me. Clockwise evil. Okay, closest evil is clockwise. You're saying the hunter is a liar, and you're saying the hunter is a liar. One, two potential liars on this guy. But if there are two liars on this guy, like, I think that necessarily means that the jester would have to be good. So let's do like, yeah, I think this is fine. We do Empress, Medium, Knight. There's one evil. So Jester is claiming that the Empress is evil. If Jester is telling the truth, then that means it's Empress, Enlightened. If Jester is lying, now if Jester is lying, doesn't that just mean that it's Jester and Hunter? Is anyone else conflicting with that? Yeah, that's kind of tough. But I think I'm going to go for... actually, yeah, this is a 50-50, isn't it? Empress Jester combo time? Definitely could be. 8, 7, and 6. Or wait, no, but yeah, no, it can't. Wait, hold on. 6, 8. Jester, it's either Jester Hunter or it's Enlightened Empress. Is anyone else conflicting at all? Dang. Okay, so it's not Hunter Jester, it's you and you. Yeah. Okay. So it was these two. Yeah. How can I avoid a 50-50 there? Maybe if I had the Jester... Who could the Jester have checked? Could have checked this one. But then the Jester could have still been evil. I guess maybe Jester could check the Hunter? But then it could be lying. Gosh dang it. Yeah, tricky. Okay. New character unlocked. So which makes it so that I can't see one of the cards. Reduces my amount of cards to be able to see. And then Scout, learn how far a specific evil is to another closest evil. Okay. Let's check here. So we have a judge. Judge can tell me someone's lying. We have a bombardier, who I can't kill unless I know they're evil. We have a scout, which is 2 cards away from closest evil. Okay, it tells me where the witch is. Or how far a specific evil is to the closest other evil. So witch is 2 cards away from the closest evil. Hunter says there's an enemy 3 away from me. Okay. So right now, okay, it's just witch and minion. I'm not going to be able to look at one of these cards. I guess we'll have 8 be that card, probably. 3 cards away from the closest evil. Oh, knight. Okay, knight is safe. So 3 cards away means you're saying either the judge is evil or this is evil. I could judge the knight, I suppose, and that would tell me... Let's check 7 as well. 1 is good. Yeah, perfect. So I can judge the knight. You're evil. Wait. Which means you're both evil. Right? Yeah. Easy enough. Okay, good. I was going to say, like, if this says that they're good, right, or that they're telling the truth, then that means that it has to be either this one or this one. But then it can't be this one either, so it would basically guarantee the hunter. But instead it guaranteed. Yeah, nice. All right, new characters unlocked. 1 fake outcast is added to the deck. Lie in disguise. Interesting. Okay, medium to start. Medium says 2 is a real knight. Wait, hold on. 1 fake outcast is added to the deck. Wretch, Bombardier. So you're adding a fake one of these 2. Wait, a fake outcast. Yeah, this is confusing to me. 1 fake outcast is added to the deck. You. Oh, this. So that the witch says, like, what isn't there, and then it could be a Wretch or it could be a Bombardier, and maybe I don't reveal that one. Could be dangerous. Yeah, nice. Okay, so number 2 is a real knight. Wait a second. Wait a second. That's going to give me big score. Yeah, that's not going to work out for you guys at all. Holy cow. New character unlocked. Slayer, pick 1. That's crazy. That's a crazy combo. Pick 1 character. If evil picked, execute it. So you're going to help me fight enemies unless you are evil, at which point I don't know if you might kill my allies. I'm not sure if that would happen. Or would you just lie and not be able to use their ability? That I guess I don't know, right? Learn how many evils are adjacent to each other. The knitter. Right off the bat. Yeah, that was wild. How many evils? He lied. Yeah, he just lies and says he couldn't kill them, probably. Yeah. Learn how many evils are adjacent to each other from the knitter. Ascension complete. Okay. So we get Ascension 2. We get a cool score for Ascension 1. I think I have to beat 4 Ascensions in order to get the next set of, or the next challenge. Something available to me. Not sure exactly, but So we're going to try at least to get 4 ascensions today. 1 evil among all characters. Find and kill it. Okay. Judge, Enlightened, Gemcrafter, Jester, Wretch, and Witch. So 1 evil. That's not too bad. There's a Wretch involved, though, so we got to be careful. And the Witch is going to mean I can't see one of them. Yeah, spooky. Okay, we get a Judge. 5 is good. Okay. 5 is good. The Jester. Huh. Okay, interesting. I'm not able to see one card, and we've got all these different, like, usable cards. So the Wretch is going to be lying, or it's going to seem evil when they're good. Or could be evil as well, though. They could actually, the Wretch could be the Witch. And then the Witch is going to try and hide. Okay. And it's going to reduce my ability to see more cards. So you're telling me the closest evil is clockwise. And they're claiming 5 is good. And 2 can't be lying. So actually, that means that both these are guaranteed good. So if we only have 1 minion and you're saying 5 is good, if you're lying, then they're bad. If they're bad, then you're lying. Not possible. So guaranteed good from these 2. Closest evil is clockwise. This would be equidistant if it was 6. So I think what I can do is I can judge your character. And then I can kill 4. Except that it's a Wretch. Oh my goodness. I didn't think about that. It's so easy to forget the Wretch. Well, but hold on. But then I do kind of know that it's this one then, right? It's the Witch. Okay, we're fine. Oh, man. Right. Okay. Poor Wretch. The Wretches always get the last desserts or whatever. New character unlocked. Game start. 1 adjacent villager is corrupted. Okay. Corrupted. Corrupted characters lie. Their ability doesn't work. Okay. Keep their alignment. I think, yeah, okay, interesting. Learn how far I am. Learn? Character tells you an information. Usually happens on reveal or after a specific action. Learn how far I am from the closest corrupted character. Yeah, after reveal, right. Okay. So the Bard tells me I am 3 cards away from a corrupted individual. The Poisoner is going to try and corrupt one around them, and the Ba is going to add a fake outcast to the deck. I don't totally understand that. Ba is yeah, I'm doomed on that one, but no Witches is good. 3 from the corrupted character. So you're saying one of these 2 is corrupted. You're saying you're dizzy, but you could be corrupted. Knitter. Right, how does Knitter work again? Knitter. How many evils are adjacent to each other? Number 3 is a real Knitter. Evils are not adjacent to each other. Yeah, and an evil doesn't count a corrupted. So corrupted just means that it's going to lie to me. It doesn't mean that it's evil. I don't want to kill them. Yeah, scapegoat Wretch, true. Learn how many evils are adjacent to each other. Okay, let's check here. Judge. Okay, hold on. 3 cards from a corrupted. You're saying one of these 2 is corrupted. I think you're probably corrupted. But wait a second. Evils are not adjacent to each other means that the evils are adjacent to each other if you're corrupted. Oh, gosh dang. Okay. 5 is good. So 7 says that 5 is good. 5 says that 3 is a real Knitter. If there's a Poisoner, it can't be poisoning more than one of these characters. So if you're saying that 5 is good, you're either evil. Oh, you could be a Ba, though. Okay, tricky. You could be evil. But you can't be evil, Poisoner, poisoned. 3 cards away from a corrupted. Oh, it's really pretty tricky. So Judge has got to be my way around this. So the Judge, I think that the Judge being corrupted seems really unlikely to me. So let's do... Oh, if they were lying. But if I do this onto you and it says you're lying, then that means that you're good, right? I don't know, actually. Maybe better to do... 5 is good, 3 is a real Knitter. The odds of this all being, like, not true seem really low to me. So what if I do Judge onto Gemcrafter to see if the Judge is good? Maybe that makes sense. Okay. I think... So this one's backing up this one, who's backing up this one, who's backing up this one. I kind of feel like you're evil, the Confessor. Actually evil. And I'm going to guess that you're Ba, maybe? And then you're... Oh, that means that maybe you're the poisoner. Oh, gosh. Okay. Let's try it. Yes. No, you're the poisoner. Thank goodness. Okay. You're the poisoner. And the poisoner is either saying that you can't be poisoning them, which means you have to be poisoning them? How could you be poisoning them? Oh, adds an outcast to the deck. Yeah. Adds an outcast to the deck. Right. So, okay. So you're a poisoner. You're poisoning one of the two of these guys. If you're poisoning the knitter, then... Or I guess they could just be evil. If they were an evil, then you'd be poisoned. But wouldn't you have to poison one of them? So maybe you poison this one. You say they're a real knitter when they're not a real knitter because they're the evil. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah. Hard to sort out. New characters unlocked. The fortune teller. Pick 2 characters. Learn if any of them are evil. And then the oracle. Learn that one of 2 specific characters is a minion, or one of 2 characters is a specific minion. Okay. It's just gonna get more complicated. So you're telling me 3 is a real knitter. 3 is saying evils are not adjacent to each other. Do I have any poisoners? Or I do have a poisoner. So someone's lying. 1 is evil. 8, 6, 3. Interesting. Okay. 1 is evil. 8, 6, 1. 8, 6, 1. I don't know if that tells me anything, except that it feels weird that there's 2 empresses. So, doesn't that mean one of the empresses has to be bad? I think so. You're both claiming empress. Or, yeah, I think that might be true. We have a jester here. The confessor says, I am good, and is not dizzy. It could be... No, they can't be lying. I'm pretty sure this means you're guaranteed good. And then you? Closest is equidistant. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There can't be only one evil. You're lying. Because the bombardier is tricking you? It has to be what it is, isn't it? So you're lying because they're tricking you. 3 is real knitter. 8, 6, and 3. 8, 6, and 1. You're both telling the truth. Except 7 isn't lying. Yeah. Well, I figured that out once I killed it. Yeah. It's not lying, or unless you're saying... There's 2 evils is what I'm saying. It necessarily is lying. Oh, wait, but you're saying it's not... Oh, it's not lying because it's not corrupted. But it has to be lying. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unless they're saying... Oh, right. No, my bad. So it could be these 2, these 2, these 2, or this one. I was thinking evil, yeah, and singularity. Yeah. They're both equidistant from each other. Yeah, I'm used to the one minion with this equidistant. I've only ever seen it with one. It's so weird. Those of you execute. So you're telling the truth means 2 of you. But you can't be the one, which means you can't be the one. Right, which makes sense, I guess. The jester and you, these 2. Or it can't. Yeah, we know this one's also good. I guess, of course, we know that now because it says the same thing, basically. That means it's not these 2. Then we have to figure out if it's... Oh, you know, a way to do this, then, is to do jester on itself, on you, and on you. 1 evil. Doesn't that mean it has to be jester and this one? But you're telling the truth. If that's true, you're telling the truth. How is that? The poisoner does corrupt people. Right. Which means you're telling the truth, but you're corrupted. Which means it's not these ones either. So it just has to be the empresses. Okay. Okay. Holy cow. Yeah, corruption is confusing. All right. Here we go. Carry on. Plague Doctor. Plague Doctor is going to corrupt one of my villagers. And I need to pick... I can use it to pick a character, and if it's corrupted, then I learn an evil. Unless it itself is evil, but I don't know if it would ever tell me that. I don't know. And then Alchemist. Like if it would tell me an evil, it would probably just say that it didn't find anything. if it was corrupted. And then if it wasn't corrupted, it would say that it did find something. Ooh, I don't know. And then the alchemist. Villagers to the left and right of me, range 2, are cured from corruption. I like this. Alchemist sounds helpful. Holy cow. All right, let's go with 1. Cure some corruption for me. I am 2 cards away from a corrupted character. Okay. What? Okay. So the closest corrupted character is at least 3 and 7, according to you. 1 is evil, 7, 8, and 6. 6, 8, 7. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, let's do that. Start with 6. You're a plague doctor. Your claim is that it's one of these 2. 3 away from a corrupted. So you're claiming it to be this one. Evils are not adjacent to each other. Okay. The Jester. We have 2 bards. Wait a second. I'm pretty sure that means that one of the bards has to be bad. At least. Okay. 2 away from a corrupted character. Okay, let's keep looking. Jester. The Lover. Okay, wait. 2. Okay, one of the bards is probably bad. We have a witch and a minion, so I'm not going to be able to see 3 here. 1 evil is adjacent to me. Interesting. 7. Someone in here is evil according to you. It's just a witch and a minion, or a witch and a... Yeah, it's just a witch and a minion. So Plague Doctor is the wrinkle here. And what one am I missing? The Knight. Well. Oh, I can't attack it without revealing it. Oh, no. That would have been so... Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Dang. Tough. 1 adjacent is evil. Oh, I can mark them with numbers? Wait, hold on. I can give them weird numbers. 5? Okay. Okay. It's a knight. Yeah, I know it's a knight. But I can't attack it because it's not revealed. So you can only attack them if they're revealed. It's guaranteed a knight, but it doesn't let me attack. No. Yeah. You must be just stream delay. Yeah. Must be just stream delay. Right? So I can't attack it because if I click to attack it, it doesn't let me. That's what I'm saying. Cannot reveal something is blocking me. So when I go to attack and I click it, it just doesn't happen. I'm aware that I can, but I can't in this case. 2 cards away from a corrupted character because you can only attack cards that are revealed. So even though I know it's a knight, I can't. Learn how far I am from the closest corrupted. So what kind of... how do I use colors here? I'm not sure, but there's got to be a good way to do it. 3 cards away from a corrupted character. Let's say that we assume that this guy is the true one, because this guy's saying that it's one of these 2, and I don't have the knight. I can't see it, so let's see if we do plague onto you. And you tell me that 5 is evil and 2 is corrupted. I could believe that, because you're telling me that one of them is evil. So let's say, what would that mean? There's no... Yeah, there's the only corruption that should exist is the Empress in this case. So... Unless the Plague Doctor itself is corrupted, but I don't know if it can corrupt itself. Probably not. So we go with 2. Okay, 5 is evil. I can, I guess, double down check that. Hold on. Do I have someone that I'm like suspicious of? I'm gonna have you say Plague Doctor and Empress. I'm gonna say are both good, and then I want you to tell me if. Let's see. I think it's you, and I think it's the Bard here. There are 2 evils. You're telling me there's 2 evils, right? Because you don't want to tell me there's 1 evil or 0 evils, I suppose. Good. You're the witch. I'm pretty sure that means you're the Bard. Yes. Okay. Good. Is not corruptible as he's not a villager. Ah, right. Only villagers can be corrupted. All evil characters. That does help, actually. That does help quite a bit. I can rule out certain things. 1 villager becomes an outcast role. I sit next to it. And then an outcast role exists as a disguise, or a doppelganger, who disguises themselves as a good villager, but therefore can't lie. Could you be an evil doppelganger? Like, could you be an evil disguised as a doppelganger who's disguised as a villager? Probably not, but I don't know. Okay, all right. Judge can select 1 and see if they're lying. The alchemist claims to have cured a corruption, which is good because that means more honesty. You claim to have cured from the Plague Doctor. So you're saying that you cured the Plague Doctor's corruption. I hope so. Or someone's corruption who's, yeah. Probably disguises him. Probably isn't a villager, so you can't disguise as him, probably. Right. I mean, I guess if I saw a doppelganger just pop up, I could kill it straight away because it's not a real one. But I do wonder if they could pretend to be a thing, pretending to be something else. Because you can't take their ability, I wouldn't think, right? Well, but you kind of can in order to be able to lie about it, I guess. Because it can't be random. It has to be dishonest. Or like not dishonest, but not factual. Yeah, kind of weird. Evil disguised as a doppelganger, disguised as a villager. Yeah, that would be spooky. I'm hoping that can't happen. I am good. I believe you. Bard. There are no corruptible characters. Triple ganger, yeah. No corruptible characters. Or no corrupted characters. Actually, this is likely true. There can't be, assuming you're telling the truth, that you cured someone. The Slayer could try to kill an evil. The Bard, 2 cards away from a corrupted character. You could just be... You can't be lying because this guy would have cured it unless this guy's also evil, which I guess could be true. I can use the Slayer to try to... Yes. And then you're claiming to be 1 away. Yeah, you are 1 away from an outcast. This is good so far. The Wretch. And the Lover. Well, and you're telling the truth because you have a Wretch there. Which means that... Well... What if you were lying and the Bombardier was also evil? It'd be kind of strange. But, okay, hold on. Okay, 1. You're good. You're good. You're good. You seemingly are... You are also good because you cured a corruption? Did you? Well, I guess I don't know, but I'm assuming you did. The Judge. Now the Judge. I wonder if they're lying. What's your policy on backseating? I just don't be annoying about it. If I don't do what you want me to do, don't get upset over it or whatever. Or don't be like, you messed up. You should have said what I did. That stuff happens. But generally speaking, suggestions are cool. Yeah. Yeah. Right. True. Learn if they're lying. Okay. I cured the corruption. I am good. There are no corrupted characters. I killed 9. This all seems correct to me. Cured 1 corruption. It's possible that you're lying, I guess. And if I can check that, then I'll know if... Or I could just check you. You could have been hit by the... Wait, actually. By the Witch Doctor? Or Plague Doctor? Was there even a Plague Doctor? There's no Plague Doctor, is there? So how could you have been hit by a Plague Doctor? You can't have cured a corruption. Yeah, get out of here. Hang on. Hold on. There's no Witch Doctor. No Plague Doctor. That can't be right. All right, new character unlock. Drunk, of course. I disguise as a random not in play villager. Right, so there's no only duplicates when you show up necessarily. I am corrupted and I lie. I cannot be cured. Gosh dang drunks. You're gonna cause me problems. All right, pick 3 characters, learn 1 random outcast among them, if any. That's useful to get rid of the drunks, I guess. 0 corruptions, okay. You're either lying, but I don't know what use that would be in you, but sure. Or you could also be a drunk. Look at the tooltips of every new card. Right, yeah, that's a good point, actually. That's a good point. It does feel like there's some of these words, like learn. Happens on reveal or after, actually. It's kind of specific, or like what an outcast specifically does. Flawed but good, learn to work around their flaws. I'll try to keep an eye out at least. I think these ones are probably okay. Where was the drunk? Or no, there's no drunk this time. Oh. Well, it could be a drunk this time, actually. You could just be hiding. Right click on the card to get more info. Witch, Bombardier. There is a doppelganger this time. That's good to know. Wait, does doppelganger lie, though? You don't lie, and you don't come up as evil, necessarily, either. Pretends to be a different role. Real role is revealed when executed. But do you not know how to play their role, though? Is a good guy. I'm just wondering, it counts as an outcast. That's at least one thing. But let's say it pretends to be a scout or something. And then it reveals certain things for me. But I'm like, well, those aren't accurate. Is it because it's a doppelganger and therefore it doesn't know how to be a scout? But it's just saying that it is and it's good, or is it, or does it have to be like lying? Like a doppelganger wouldn't lie. I don't know. Good-hearted but tricky. Yeah. Well, we'll use Druid to see if we can find those. 1 or 4 is a witch. Wait, could a random outcast among them, if any? Oh, but then it won't actually show me it. It'll just tell me it, and so I have to see if I trust it. Means they have the ability, unless corrupted or lying, Doppel can't be corrupted. Okay, right. So Doppelganger is basically just the same as a regular unit, except that it's technically an outcast. I guess. There might be some way where... Oh, yeah, way where it matters, but... All right, so you're saying one of these two is a witch, and you're saying one of you is lying, although I guess you... Wait, no, Doppelganger isn't going to show up, I don't think... Oh, no. As a good villager currently in play, so you actually could just be a Doppelganger. Where the drunk... You wouldn't be. Would it show me a drunk in here, or would it just be... interesting. So you're probably, actually... Let's do... Let's do this. No outcasts. You could be lying. No. No, you can't be lying. One of them is evil. I think you're evil, but I don't know for sure. So let's do like this, maybe. Or you could be lying because you're evil. You can't be corrupted, but you could be lying because you're evil. Okay. Tricky. 1 is evil, 3, 1, or 9. 4 is a real oracle. I'm feeling weird about these two, but it definitely might not be that case. Oh wait, do I have a witch here? Yes. Okay. And we have 3. We have 3. Oh, we have 3 enemies too. I am 1 card away from a corrupted character, which is 2 cards away from closest evil. And I can't reveal this one. I'm kind of feeling like it might be you as well, because there's going to be 3. Wait, I can't kill you, though, can I? I have to kill the witch. Could the last one be a witch? Maybe it can't be, because I'm pretty sure I can't kill. Apparently I can. Why couldn't I kill the knight last time, then? That doesn't make sense. Last time I clicked the sword and I attacked the knight while it was still hidden, and it said that... Maybe it was working. I thought it was saying I couldn't attack it. Because I could have sworn it was saying I couldn't attack it because it wasn't revealed. But actually, no, I was just attacking it and it was defending itself. But it didn't have any, like, icon or... Because the knight is a knight. Yeah. Yeah. It should probably show some kind of, like, icon to say that it didn't work. Right? Interesting. Anyway. Okay. Oh, I have to... Wait, do I have to full... No, I don't have to full restart. I lose one of my hearts, right? Yeah. 3 evils among all characters. Find and kill them. Okay. Fair enough. We have Bombardier. Oh, we do have a Plague Doctor this time. And Poisoner. Okay. All right. All right. It's going to be a bit tricky. Scout. Poisoner is 2 cards away from closest evil. Okay. I am good. You have to be... I think you have to be guaranteed good. Because if you were evil... I guess if you were dizzy, you could be corrupted. But because you're saying you're good, you just have to be good. An evil couldn't say it and a corrupted couldn't say it. Yeah, I think. Druid finds things for me. I need to hold on to that longer. I think I might really need that. Do I have a witch? No, good. Yeah, right. Confessor. Yeah. Logically, he couldn't possibly lie. Well, wait. Or yeah. Either way, it would. Yeah, true. If evil picked, execute it. Okay. I like the Slayer. We'll see. Empress. 1 is evil. 147. 147. 147. Druid. Not too unreasonable. All right. Plague Doctor. Okay. Interesting. A Wretch. You didn't say 8, so that's fine, I guess. A Druid is going to be finding the drunk for me, maybe? I don't know if drunk would show up here. Outcast among them, if any. It could also tell me that this guy's an outcast, and that would be true. Like, it wouldn't show a pretend outcast, so it could maybe... So it's not going to tell me if there's an evil, but if it tells me there's an outcast among the outcasts, then that guarantees that the outcast is, like, truly an outcast, I guess. I wonder if they're lying. Learn if they're lying. I feel like I would use this on 5. 2 cards away from the closest evil. Doesn't seem too unreasonable. Druid considers Wretch as an evil, I think. Druid considers Wretch as an evil. Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, but, okay, then maybe for Plague Doctor? Oh, that's interesting. Plague Doctor guarantees that there's at least 1 corrupted. Luckily, Poisoner means there's at least 2, which is useful. Wait, Bombardier. One of you is... Oh, a fake is... Oh, okay. Okay. So you added this into here when it's not here. That's your whole purpose. I was wondering what this guy was, because I was always like, what's going on? What do you do? Okay, fair enough. So you're just adding a fake one, but it's actually even in here, or wouldn't be. Okay, sure. Wretch, tell if they're lying. Wretch is always either evil. Yeah, right. Random evil minion. It's the minion that's important here. Right, the minion. A minion, a poisoner, a ba. 3 of these guys are existing. So there's 3 liars. I'm good at you're telling the truth. 147. The judge. I guess, judge, tell me about this one. What's your thoughts? So let's say you're telling the truth and they're telling the truth. I mean, the odds... Wait, only 1 is evil is kind of crazy, though. Poisoner's 2 cards away from the closest evil. Not impossible, but... So you're saying they're telling the truth. You could make them lie, but they could be... They could be, yeah, mixed up. But then Plague Doctor should only be for things that can lie, right? Interesting. Scout, Confessor, Druid. Druid. Let's say... What do you actually do at that point? Like, let's say I Druid like this. Ah, there's a Wretch among them. 6, 5, and 4. That just... Well, you could just be lying. Oh, you could be lying. I can Plague Doctor you, and if you're not lying, I kill you. That could work. Or I could Slayer you. I could Slayer you first. And hold on to... I mean, not lying, I should say corrupted. I could Slayer you instead. Yeah, better. Better do that, because I could hold Plague Doctor. Plague Doctor can reveal for me. Okay. All right. Time for another Druid. No outcasts. Okay. You could just be lying. I don't want to attack you if you're just lying. So let's do Plague Doctor on the Druid. 7 is evil, 7 is corrupted. You can't be corrupted evil. It's quite interesting. So that doesn't that just mean it's Plague Doctor Wretch? Wretch has to be the poisoner? I think so. Plague Doc and Wretch are both... Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Wait, no, you're... No. Huh. Why did I think that? 7 is evil. I thought you... Oh, because I thought you were the poisoner. Duh. Okay, right. No, you're not the poisoner, of course, because I'm the poisoner. Or 6 is the poisoner. Which is why you were lying. But that means that there's still 1 to go. I presumed the Wretch too much to be a poisoner. But a Wretch can't be a poisoner. Or maybe it probably can. Probably can be. Okay. We're getting closer, though. We're getting closer. I'm still alive. You killed 3. You're a good Slayer. You're saying 1 is evil between 1, 4, and 7. Well, I know 7 is seemingly good. Poisoner is 2 cards away from the closest evil. Well. Poisoner here. It could be true because of the Wretch. And if it was if this one's the liar, then you are also lying, and that's not possible. So that means you're guaranteed both telling the truth, I think. Or let's see. If you're lying, it could be 3 cards away. So you could be lying, but you're definitely telling the truth. And you have to be telling the truth as well. Think. So because either if either of you are evil, then you're evil as well. It's not possible. So yeah, because you're the poisoner, but you're the poisoner, which made you tell lies there. But yeah, that's fine. It doesn't matter. No outcast, which there was an outcast. Which wait. No outcast. It means there were outcasts. How could that be? One of you is a doppelganger, right? No. Like Dr. Wretch. That... Ooh. 6 is lying. You made them lie. But how did you make them 6? Wait, hold on. 6, 5, and 4. No outcasts. There are no outcasts. So that was the truth. Only one outcast, and it's the Wretch. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Only one outcast is the Wretch. Plague Doctor. Plague Doctor was a lie. Plague Doctor was being pretended by the Poisoner. The Bombardier doesn't exist because that's what the Ba did. So you're lying. 2 cards away from the closest evil. But that can't be true because you have to be good, because if the Poisoner's 2 cards away, if this guy is evil, then this guy's evil. That's not possible. That's not possible. Can't be 4. He did the murder. Yeah, can't be 4. You're right. You could still be lying because you'd be 3 cards away. I'm pretty sure it has to be you. Hold on. Okay, let me look at this. 1 adjacent villager is corrupted if possible. I lie in disguise. Oh, wait, no. Wait. Okay, hold on. No, I'm mixing it up because you're telling the truth, which means you're lying, right? You must have made them lie. Yeah, you had to have made them lie. And they're saying 1, 4, or 7. 1, 4, or 7 has 1 evil. So none of them can be evil. Oh, none of them can be evil. 5 was saying the truth is your statement. Wait a second. 5 is saying the truth, then is the lie. Yeah. Okay, that... Oh, okay. Why was I mixed up on that? I think because this one was telling the truth, but there was also... Because there was an outcast visual here, and I thought, therefore, it had to be lying because there is an outcast, but it's not an outcast because it's a Poisoner. Yeah. Okay. I got mixed up around on that. New character unlocked, Puka. Villagers adjacent to me are corrupted if possible. I lie in disguise. Okay. Puka. So you make both villagers around you lie, and the counselor is going to put itself next to an outcast, I guess. Yeah. It could put itself next to a doppelganger. Is that right? Yeah. No evils adjacent to me. All right. Brave point. Alchemist. Yeah, cure the corruption. Love to see it. Clockwise evil. This makes sense. 7, 3, or 6. 3, 6, 7. Evil. I don't like that. Okay. Clockwise. The druid. 1 random outcast among... Okay, yeah. So I just try to see if you're lying to me. 3 characters. How about we do this on... I don't know if I know anyone who's guaranteed good right now. I like that you might have cured somebody, though. Feels good. Actually, kind of don't like it, because then that means Plague Doctor's going to be harder to work with. I think that's suspicious, because there's 2 demons. It's possible they're both on this side, but I don't think it would say equidistant. It would say, right? It would, or no, maybe it would say equidistant. Or maybe it would say 3 instead of equidistant. I'm not sure. But yeah, like, it could be on this side, but this seems really suspicious. And there's 2 bombardiers. One of you is lying for sure. No one else. Let's see. So let's say we do you. Among 9, 1, and 2, there is Bombardier. Okay. Never mind. That's weird. Okay. So let's say... But you could be lying. You're claiming Bombardier is here. You're saying there's an evil amongst 7, 3, and 6? Definitely could be here. You're confirming that, and you're confirming them somewhat. It's not terribly unlikely. Closest evil you're saying is clockwise is kind of suspicious. But it can't be both of you. So it could be something like this. Or no, but then It could also be you, because isn't Outcast supposed to land next to... it's supposed to land next to an added Bombardier. So actually, you could be a real Bombardier, but you could have put them next to yourself like this, and it could be these two. Okay, 9, 1, and 2 is your claim, a Bombardier. Oh yeah, right. That makes sense. So we're saying you're confirming them. 7, 3, and 6. You're saying could be them. That seems fine. And 3 and 6 would therefore, or 3 and 7 would both be reasonable. Then the only thing is corrupted. Who would be corrupted at that point? Honestly, the Plague Doctor could be corrupted. Hold on. Because I'm saying that... Hold on, let's look at these guys. One villager becomes an outcast role. I sit next to it. I lie in disguise. There's just me. Oh, but then you should be corrupting 2 people right now. The Puka. So if this is the village, I stand next to villager guy. Then this would have to be the Puka at that point, who would force this one and this one to be a liar. That doesn't make sense. 6 seems likely to be fake. Yeah. How about we do Plague Doctor onto this one? That feels okay. Yeah, targets villagers, yeah. Not corrupted. Huh. You could be a liar, though. Oh, dang, yeah, you could be a liar, couldn't you? Clockwise evil. I'm feeling pretty good about Hunter. Just seems really unlikely. Because even able to be corrupted. Oh, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, probably aren't. You're right. Yeah. Where's corrupted? Characters lie. Corrupted, I learn evil. Not corrupted. I would think so, but I guess I don't know. Oh, how do I? Bombardier. Hold on. How would I? Let's see. Sick. Corrupted. Or does it say maybe we say outcasts? Like look at outcasts here somewhere. Flawed but good. Learned work with their flaws. I always see myself as not corrupted, even if I am evil. That's interesting. Oh, I should have used that. I see myself as not corrupted, even if I'm evil. I don't know if that helps me, actually. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I feel somewhat confident in Hunter. And Hunter should tell me a lot if I'm wrong. Okay, good. Puka. Yeah, because that's the thing is, like, you should be targeting villagers, but you're not targeting villagers. Although I guess it can only target villagers. So you corrupt villagers where like Plague Doctor, I guess, also corrupts. Maybe everyone only corrupts villagers? No. Okay. But then you're saying they're not corrupted, and I guess you're telling the truth because life possible. I lie in disguise because they can't corrupt you unless you're evil. But if you were evil, then why would you say they're not corrupted? I guess. Yeah, it feels like it's just Bombardier. Possible means. Could be a counselor sitting next to the Plague Doctor. Yeah, that makes the most sense to me as well. I mean, I don't know that there could be 2 Bombardiers. 2 in then... Yeah, right. That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. All right. But I think I could have known that. I think that's, like, knowable there. I felt like it was true, but I didn't feel, like, 100% confident. 2 characters unlocked. We get the Baker and the Architect. One random unrevealed good villager becomes a Baker. Wait, do you make another one them? Or... That's weird. Learn which villager I was. Oh, cool. Oh, okay. So no, you're like... you can be added into the stack without increasing the net number of cards. Architect. Learn which side of the circle is more evil. Equal if both sides are equal. Is that left and right side? Kind of like the... Anyway, ascension completed. Oh yeah. Let's next ascension. You were to the Baker. Yeah. Well, it's like when it's revealed, right? But like it doesn't transform another one, does it? It's. I didn't think. One random learn. Let's see. Reveal. One random unrevealed good villager becomes a Baker on reveal. So you do actually. Wait, if lies, I say that was a random villager roll. Okay, so she creates 2 Bakers. Well, I'll see it as I go. I don't need to get ahead of myself. I can just read it as I read it and then understand it once I get there, right? All right. You don't need to pre-explain. You know, I'll get there. Both sides are equally evil. Learn which side of the circle is more evil. Both sides are equally evil. Okay. So you're saying left and right are equally evil. So like this half and this half. Right? I think so. It's not like top down. Plague Doctor can tell me if someone's lying, but you also create a liar. Something to keep in mind. I was a baker, the baker says. Random villager roll. I was a baker, and you are a baker. So you're going to make someone else a baker. You are definitely good. I'll tag you with that. Fortune teller, make somebody a baker, eh? You don't. One random unrevealed good villager becomes a baker. Doesn't that mean you're just evil? I'm gonna put you like that. Knight. Well, hold on. Is there anyone that can corrupt the knight? Poisoner could corrupt the knight. I might not want to get ahead of myself by attacking them. Real honest first baker would say, I am the original baker. Yeah, okay. Okay, hold on. Learn if any of them are evil. So something I could do here, if they're equally evil, that seems reasonably likely. I guess you could also be made to be a liar, but you couldn't really be if they're next to you like that. So you're probably not liar. You can't be, I don't think. Plague Doctor. Oh, hold on. Sides are equally evil from you. Let's say it's this one and this one. That seems terribly likely. That seems very likely to me. So I think you're probably good because I guess Plague Doctor could be evil. Gosh dang it. What's a baker? The Knight, the Bombardier, Plague Doctor. Wait, but I could tell the Plague Doctor to talk to someone good. And would it tell me they're bad? Don't know. The Knight, the Bombardier, the Fortune Teller. Learn if any of them is evil. Okay. How about you go ahead and tell me about these two? Neither is evil. I think you're lying to me. Let me check and see if you're lying unknowingly. Okay. Okay. So the claim here is impossible, I think. Assuming we say that Baker is evil. Well, hold on. I guess it's not. So we could say, I think you're good because I thought this side and this side was likely, but that's not a good enough reason because you could also be evil and be saying both are likely, but like actually you're evil. And so it's not this side. I guess. That's sort of weird. Measurement includes the two characters at the exact same point. Learn which side of the circle is evil. Learn equal if both sides are equally evil. My measurement includes the two characters at the exact midpoints of the circle as well. Okay. So let's say maybe you're evil, because this is what this guy's claiming. You're saying this guy's corrupt. And I don't know if you would make this claim unless you were good. So let's just try this. Oh. So you do make claims like this even if you're evil. That's interesting. So you have to be evil. Or lying, but I didn't think you could be. I guess you could have been lying, because this one could have been the poisoner. I guess I got lucky there. But then you're lying because of this guy. 3 and 4, evil, false. So, okay, if this guy is the liar, then you're also lying. Not possible. Which means you're just telling the truth. Yeah, that's interesting. Right. And you said both sides are equally evil, and you're telling the truth. Because you're not corrupted. Which means there's an evil amongst this set. And because it's not corrupted, I know the knight is either evil or invincible. There we go. Village is safe. All evil characters have been executed. Nice. Okay, little spooky. Shaman. A 50-50. I think there was pretty safe to whittle it down. Game start. There are 2 same villager roles in the current village. I lie in disguise. Game start. At the start of the game, there are 2 same villager roles in the current village. So you just force that, I guess. But that's okay. It's not really the end of the world. You're not making them lie or anything. The Bishop. Learn up to 3 characters. Among them are 1 villager, 1 outcast, and 1 evil, if possible. 3 characters. Among them are 1 villager, 1 outcast, and 1 evil, if possible. Weird. 3 characters among them. Wait, what? Wait, how is that a thing? You're gone now. Learn 3 among them. Okay, so you just pick from each of these. That's actually insanely useful. What? 1 is evil. 4, 8, and 7. 4, a druid. 7, enlightened. 8, oracle. 2 or 3 is a shaman. Okay. So your claim is that one of these 3 is evil. We have 2 evil amongst 8, so the odds aren't terrible that that's true. 4, 8, and 7. 8 here says it's 2 or 3 as a shaman. Which the shaman, right, the shaman, 2 villagers roles become the same. Okay, and you're saying one of these 2. Shamany. Only 1 pair of evil, which means you're saying that they're next to each other. I think the odds of that are low. Do I have a Ba? Okay, a Ba makes a fake outcast appear here. Not too worrying. Okay, so that means there's no Plague Doctor, because we already have Bombardier. But I think... Let's see. You're saying one of them is the Shaman. Architect. Both sides are equally evil. Okay. One is evil. Okay, you created a second copy, but I don't know if that doesn't necessarily mean that it's evil. 8, 3, and 7. 4, 8, and 7. Okay. 3 and 4, you're kind of putting some suspicion on. You can learn an outcast. Outcast. I guess if you were lying, we test and see if you're lying. By just doing the Bombardier with 2 of these guys. That's all I can really do with you. Okay. So you're telling the truth. Yeah. Which means that... Okay. Okay. That's 1 down, I guess. Only 1 pair of evil. This seems really suspicious to me. But it's not impossible. Counterclockwise is evil. You're claiming in this direction is the closest evil. Okay. 1 is evil, 8, 3, 7. You'd have to be lying about that. 8, 3, 7. Like, it could be that you're telling the truth and it's 4, but you're lying. Assuming you're lying, it, I believe, just about has to be these 2. Wait, no. I guess the other way around, maybe. Oh, you're saying 4. Yeah, that's weird. But then, if it was... I don't know, maybe it doesn't have to be... Okay, no. No. Let's say we think a pair of evil twins. But yeah, if it was these 2, then you would be lying, so it can't be that, right? I think the odds of it being separated are reasonably high, and so I'm very suspicious of you, and I think I don't want to touch that guy. Let's see. Turns 1 villager into boot. Your fun hands. He's proven then. 4 is honest. Yeah. Shaman 1 and 6 are both proven as well. Because I know there's a shaman. 1 and 6. And 6. Because I know there's a shaman. You're saying 1 and 6 are proven. Are proven good, you're saying? Because... Hold on, let me look at shaman again. 2 of the same villager roles in current... Oh, they have to become villagers. Even if they exist, they're also guaranteed as... you think so? I guess that could be true. Okay. If we assume that that's true... If we assume that that's true, we know it's not 4, so it would have to therefore be either 8 or 7. And then for you, because you have 3 in there, well, I guess that doesn't necessarily prove anything. 8 or... Okay, 8, 7... Well, no, because... It can't be both 8 and 7 for 1. And it also can't be 4, because it can't be 4 and 1 of 8 or 7 at the same time. So I think 4 is proven, assuming these guys are telling the truth. I don't know if that's accurate. They're villager roles, but couldn't they also be disguised as evil? I'm not sure. That would mean that this guy is true. And then 1 of 2 characters, you're saying one of these 2 is the shaman. So... You could be lying as the Ba, for example. Here's one possibility, is that you're lying as the Ba, saying this one is, or you're lying as the shaman, I should say, saying one of these is a shaman. This guy's actually the Ba, not the shaman. But then that would mean that you're lying because you'd be right next to them. So that seems very unlikely. I think it's probably more likely that this is the shaman and that this is the Ba. That's kind of my feeling right now. And then that would also justify this outcome. Shaman. Ah, yes. Yes. Yeah, I just wasn't sure if being a duplicate guaranteed you as a villager, or if it just meant that there would be 2 villagers no matter what that exists here, but then one of them actually could be evil somehow. Okay. I'll try to see that going forward if that's accurate. Puppeteer. Let's go. Random adjacent villager becomes a puppet if possible. It's evil, but cannot lie. Oh. Puppeteer. You get one villager next to you, much like the poisoner, only instead of making them lie but still be good, you make them evil but not lie. Puppet. You're transforming them into a puppet. Okay. All right, 1. The architect. Right side is more evil. You're saying this side is more evil. Very possible. All right. I cured 2 corruptions. Do we have a... You're lying. That's not possible. We only have 1 corruptor. So you're lying, but that doesn't mean you're evil. Because you could be the corrupted guy. Find the plague doctor. Huh. This is guaranteed. Well, it's not guaranteed true. No, you could be lying and you could be... I guess you would have to be lying and you'd have to... So you'd both have to be evil at that point. Tricky. But I'm just going to say it's pretty likely that this is true. I'm 1 card away from the closest evil. You seem really suspicious right now. The wretch. Well, actually, no, you're guaranteed good. Which means you're guaranteed evil. Because you can't be corrupted. Huh. 5 is evil. You can't be corrupted. You could be a puppet, but then you'd be evil. Yeah, be the puppeteer. Okay. Which means one of these 2 guys is an evil puppet, I guess. And then we also have a boss somewhere in here. Tricky. So the judge. So you made one of them a puppet. I suppose if you were not... Wait, okay. So if you're pretending to be a plague doctor, but you're actually a puppeteer, doesn't that mean that there's no corrupted characters now? There can't be, which means you have to be a puppet? Or a ba, I should say, I guess, huh? All right. You're going to lie. Wait, no, you're going to tell the truth, but you're evil. Gosh, dang it. Of course you are. Yeah, tell me the truth. Oh, you're saying truth. You're not saying anything. Okay. Puppet. All villagers are safe. All villagers... Oh, it's like Pinocchio. All evil characters have been exhausted. That doesn't even look like a puppet, but I guess it is, yeah. Oh, it's got the strings attached, sure. All evil characters have been executed. I thought it would be an actual real puppet. I don't know why I thought that. All right, Dreamer. Pick 1 character, learn an evil role. If evil picked, learn correct info. I hate that. Okay. So you're going to try to tell me... You're going to tell me some evil role, but if it happens to actually be evil, then you'll tell me exactly which role it is. Oh, couldn't I just kill them if I was certain? If I'm not certain, what would you even tell me at that point? Like you just tell me something that I think might be true. I was a slayer, and if it's not true, like I'll have no certainty if it's true or not. I feel like, or maybe it'll tell me that it is correct. I guess I was a slayer. Was a slayer. Okay. So, baker. I randomly, one randomly unrevealed good villager becomes a baker, but like, yeah, this is still a little confusing because there should be a second baker in here then. Like a one that is actually a baker, I would figure. Maybe not. A knight. I can't safely attack that because you could be lying. Like, I guess what I'm not sure of right now is whether or not a baker exists and then it makes one randomly unrevealed good villager become a baker as well, or if it's literally, it might as well just be a baker. I guess it's that it removes one option and adds itself instead. Maybe that's all. Yeah. Knight. So knight could be... Oh, there... No, this is... Okay, it wasn't oracle. Okay. That's interesting. I'm 2 cards away from a corrupted character. Yeah, the knight could be corrupted. Second knight. 7 or 8 is a shaman. Wow, we've got a lot going on here. 7 or 8 is a shaman. Okay, one of these 2 is a shaman, according to you. A plague doctor. Interesting. 1 or 2 is a puppeteer. Oh my god. Ooh, 2 knights, 2 bakers, 2 oracles. A bard and a plague doctor. The first baker is corrupted. You can't fire her on reveal ability. That was an oracle? Yeah, 3 pairs is tricky. I was an oracle. What is an oracle? You just have to be lying then, right? There's no such thing as an oracle. Wait, no, there's... Oh, that's an oracle. Oh, right. So you're saying you were an oracle, but your claim is that you were an oracle and there were already also there also are 2 oracles. So we have one drunk who is an oracle. We have the original oracle. And we have the baker who claims to have been an oracle. There's no chance of that. I don't think. Because you're guaranteed oracle, you're guaranteed drunk oracle. And then there's also a baker claiming to have been one. I'm going to say no to that. But you might just be lying. Gosh dang it. Yeah, this is pretty suspicious. But you could also just be lying. I can't die. Got knights. I could try to kill a knight. Could give me some info. So what I could do here is I could check corruption on this knight, not corrupted, and then I could attack them. Good. Okay. So there goes Puppeteer. Puppeteer tells us that we have a puppet next to it. You're a shaman. Holy cow. Wait, but I don't have to kill the... Because there was no puppet, because you were a drunk. Of course. Right. So you couldn't. You were corrupted because of the plague doctor, but... Okay. Interesting. Weird. Weird. Witness. Here's the witness. I bear witness. Learn a character that was affected by an evil ability. Okay. Maybe on reveal, yeah. Baker that got puppeteered will say, I was a baker. Oh. Huh, that's interesting. A little random, yeah, a little bit of potential information. 9 was affected by an evil. Affected by an evil. So you were affected, but you're not necessarily evil, and you could also be lying. I cured 0 corruption. So let's say that you're being puppeteered by this guy. Not unlikely. Can you slayer yourself? Okay. Lover. 1 evil adjacent. This seems pretty reasonably likely. You have a poisoner? No, but you could be puppet. You could be puppeted. You could also... Ooh, but you could also be... You could be puked. Puked. 2 is affected by an evil. I don't know how likely witness is to be honest or not. Shaman is 3 cards away from the closest evil. 2 village and same roll, that's fine. 3 cards away from the closest evil. That seems far for 3 evils. 3 evils in a 9. But it could be. Another Slayer. Couldn't kill 8. Couldn't kill 4. That's not a guarantee, but it's weird. I guess maybe it could even be a guarantee. Well, actually, okay. Another pair. So whoever the shaman makes a pair will be a real pair. Interesting. So it's possible the 2 of you are telling the truth, maybe even likely. Actually, I think it's very likely. I think it's very likely because one of you would kill the other if one of you were evil, where then the witnesses, I think, one of them is suspicious for sure. But you could be corrupted. You couldn't be corrupted. I don't think you could. I guess you could corrupt. You could make it so they won't kill because they're corrupted. I guess it's possible. But I'm suspicious of you right now. I got to be honest. And the doppel pair is also real. Yeah. Here. Oh. Okay. I think you're suspicious. What are my demons again? We have the puppeteer, the shaman, and the puka. The knight. Ooh. The knight. Do I attack this knight? Yes. Okay, this is a real knight. Guaranteed real knight. You're saying no evil adjacent to me? I feel like I believe this. I think this is suspicious. Shaman is 3 cards away. I think this is suspicious. But I think this is true. Which means you're kind of suspicious, but no one should have been corrupted. Wait, the puka. Yeah, the puka. Yeah, that's really weird, actually. You wouldn't have gotten any of them in this half. That's a puppet. Okay. So one of these 2. So it's actually you. But that can't be right. No, I mean, well, hold on. Let's just... So this is a puppet. We guaranteed one of these guys is evil. The 2 of you attacked each other. If this guy was good and attacked you, then you would have died. But if this guy is evil and attacked you and you're also evil, then you would live and be able to puppeteer this guy. If that was true, then you could be telling them that they're evil. And you're saying no evils adjacent, which means, like, if this guy's evil, you're lying. And And that should be... Is the puka still available? The puka's still in the air. Could the puka make you lie about this? Weird. Puppeteer blocked the ability to cure, but being a puppet, they will truthfully tell you they cured no one. Huh. We know it's a 50-50 here between these two. There might be some way to know it. I mean, especially I think this one telling me this one's evil makes me less certain of it. And this one telling me they're not evil makes me more certain of it. But I also I really don't like you at all. The shaman is 3 away. It's not impossible, though. Couldn't kill 8. Evil adjacent to me. Nine is just affected by evil, so 1 is honest. Oh. Yeah, because it's a puppet. You're right, that is true. Which means it is the Slayer, which means you're also evil. Oh, my early attempt at guaranteeing is pretty low. Could you tell them to lie? But I don't think so. I think you would lie. Okay, good. I don't think you would. Could you? Because your attack shouldn't lie. Even if you say I couldn't do it, you would still kill them. If you're corrupted, I think. So we get these ones, we get these ones, and now we know that there's a couple liars. You're telling the truth. You're telling the truth. You're telling the truth. You are lying. Because you're lying, because you're the evil. No. Corrupted. Which means you're the evil. Okay. Yeah. Okay, interesting. Maybe it had to be this one. Like, you could... If this one was making this one lie, then it would say that there were 2 around it. And then there would be 2 around... There's 1 around it, and there's actually 2. So this could be lying because it's corrupted. And then this one... My thought was that this one could then be also lying, but only because it's corrupted. But if that were true... Yeah, it's 3 or 1, so that could have been true, I think. Para and Shampera. Proves 1, 2, 6, 7. New character unlocked. Poet. Learn random info. Learn random info? What? Okay, thanks. All right, lover. No evil adjacent to me. The jester. The jester claims 3. Okay. Pick 3 characters. Learn how many of them are evil. Weird. The scout. Which is 3 cards away from the closest evil. Holy cow. The plague doctor. No evils adjacent to me. No jester. The scout. The plague doctor. 3 cards from the closest evil. The slayer. The oracle. 3 or 2 is a witch. One of these 2 is a witch, you're saying? Okay. Could be. The knitter. Only 1 pair of evil. With 3 demons, that seems likely. Fortune teller, although actually, yeah, because there's no puppet summoner, so yeah, it seems somewhat likely. The fortune teller. Learn if any of them are evil. I wouldn't mind fortune telling 6 and 3 here, I think. Oh, and there's a witch, so I'm not going to know this one, right? 1 pair of evil. Yeah, I think fortune telling these 2 might help me. But do I have a puka? I do. A witch and a twin minion. So, like, okay. So let's say this is the puka, for example. And that would confirm this one, and that would make this one lie about these 2. What if so then what I could do is I could choose 2 that I know are good, if I can. Only 1 pair of evils. The jester. How many are evil? 3 or 2 is a witch, which is 3 cards away from the closest evil. Oracle. What about... Slayer couldn't kill 9. You could be lying, but I think you would kill them if you could. So I'm going to say that this one I think is a truthful one, and I don't think this is the puka. This could be the puka though. But if this were the puka, then why would it say that? Yeah, like about these. I kind of feel like we do these 2. That's my feeling. 6 or 3 is evil false. The jester, the plague doctor. If you couldn't kill them, but I do kind of feel like this one could be lying. No evil's adjacent to me, the jester. Although, if I plague doctor you and you're telling that, well, you're not corrupted at least, then I can check with this one to see. One of you two is probably corrupted, or is the enemy. Gosh dang. Scout. I'm gonna Plague Doctor the Lover, I think. Not corrupted. The Jester, then, is not corrupted, which means it's evil, either evil or good. It's not corrupted. So if you are actually evil, then you have at least one evil near you, which means it has to be this one. If you're actually good, then these are both good. So I can confirm with that. I mean, I feel like this one's probably good, unless this one's evil. What's Jester? Gosh dang, this is tough. Jester the one. Not corrupted. That's actually tricky. It's not corrupted. I do not corrupted alongside this one. I feel like they're weird. You're making the claim that I'm good, so I don't know if I want to do anything with you exactly. I want to do something with people that I feel more sure of. 6 or 6, 3 or 6. One pair of evil. Let's do like this. 2 evils. Your claim is that there's 2 evils among these. That would be bold. Could be this one and this one. If this was the Puka, this one could be... If this one was lying, then this one would have to be... corrupted? That can be possible. Because the Puka's here. 3, false. 8, 7, and 5. 8, 7, and 5. If this was the Puka, this could make this one lie. So let's say you're Puka. You are being told to lie, but you're good. And you are also actually evil. You're a... Let's say you're the minion or something. Or minion or the witch. And then you're... You couldn't kill 9, though. If you were evil, maybe you still couldn't kill them. I'm not sure. Let's try going for an attack. That is the Puka, right? And you're actually good. You're just being told to lie. I think... Wait, let's double check this now that we've got the Puka. 6 or 3. That was my... I'm surprised I got that right. 6 or 3. You're lying, guaranteed, that these are innocents. Or you're evil. Either way, you're lying. 3 cards away from the closest evil. The way you're lying, but you could be corrupted. Still, I'm going to attack you. You're corrupted. Oh. Spooky. Oh. Okay. We killed the Puka. We know this one's corrupted, which means that the... Wait. You're corrupted, which means you're real, I guess. Huh. Okay. So you're real. You're guaranteed good. Couldn't kill 9. 1 is not corrupted. Which, if 1 isn't... Yeah, you're real, which means we have 1 for sure isn't corrupted. And then that means... Ah, dang it. Dang it. I'm feeling like I need to kill 8 here. Because... 8 might be evil. Oh, evil's adjacent to me. Yes. But you're the witch. Now I can unveil this one. Thank goodness. 1 is evil. 2, 4, or 7. 2. So 7 is for sure evil. 4 can't be evil. 2. So the question is, are you good? Or is 2 evil? But if 2 were evil, this one would have to be lying. So that's not possible. Which means you have to be good. And they have to be good, I think. And if they have to be good, then they have to be good, I think. Which means it just has to be the Slayer. Who was it? Oh, it was you. Gosh, they were all in a row. Ah, wait. Because away from the closest evil. How could I have known? Okay. Wait, restart. Okay, one health down. Dang. Yeah, tricky. 3 evils among all characters. Find and kill them. All right. We have Doppelganger, Plague Doctor, Bombardier, the Counselor, the Witch, and the Ba. That's a little easier, I think. Because I think corruption is really what gets me confused, really mixed up. I mean, we do have a Plague Doctor, but it's just the 1. So 3 cards away from the corrupted character. We have the Plague Doctor there. The dreamer. Okay. So you are one of these. So 4 or 1 is a counselor. So you're saying one of these two is corrupted. 4, which is yourself, or 1 is a counselor. Counselor is a counselor. It could be 1. Is a counselor. Yeah, you definitely could be. That's suspicious. I am dizzy. You're guaranteed evil or corrupted. So, okay. Let's plague doctor you and then kill you if you're not the right one. Not corrupted? I think. Okay. Maybe that was a waste, but let's go with you. Number 2 is affected by an evil. That's your claim. Because you were summoned by the bard's spot. Counselor, yeah. 3 cards away from a corrupted character. 1, 2, 3. But you're just lying, aren't you? No, you could be telling the truth. Who's the dreamer? Wow, 2 dreamers. Huh. So you... I guess you'd lie. One of you would lie no matter what, I suppose. Oh, and then we have a witch somewhere. 4 or 1 is a counselor, so you're telling the truth. I know that. Dreamers as uncounselor. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I can learn them even after they're dead, I suppose. Could be a ba. 1 could be a ba. Yeah, you're just lying. But are you corrupted? Can you be corrupted? 1. Oh, 1, 2, 3. You really could be corrupted. Here's my last one. You have a witch here. I think you're just corrupted. Probably. Let's check this one as well. Oh, you also think it could be. I think you're corrupted. Oh, no. Either one of you could be corrupted. Ah! So this guy. 2 is affected by an evil. Yes. Or 1 is... Yeah, you're true. I am dizzy. 50-50. That's okay, though, because I can get them. We can check if they're... Yeah, they're both the same. They're both potential corrupted characters. Do you corrupt? Yeah, random. So it doesn't Yeah, there we go. Okay, 50-50. All right, Lilith. Kill a random unrevealed character. Deal 2 damage to you. Okay. Okay, tricky. We're actually getting attacked. The Wretch. Kill a okay, wait. At night. Kill a random unrevealed character. Deal 2 damage to you. At night? What's night mean? Night. Okay. Wait, there's time? Oh, it's based on movements. Oh, actually really terrifying. Okay. Let's check here. I am 1 card away from the closest evil. You're telling the truth. There are 2 pairs of evil. That's spooky. 2 pairs? I guess they're all 3 are together. That's your claim. Okay. 3 is a real knitter. 4 or 8 is a witch. Killed by the demon cannot be revealed. Oh my gosh. That's terrifying. 2 damage to me, but I also reduce by 1 character, I suppose. 4 or 8 is a witch. 4 or 8. 3 is a real knitter. This is going to change things for me for sure. Is a witch. 5 was affected by an evil. I don't think any of you affect anyone. What's the damage to you? Lie in disguise. Yeah. Okay. Lying. I guess it could be. No, it can't be. Yeah, we don't have anything that corrupts anybody. Okay. All right. 4 or 8 is a witch. 4 or 8 is a witch. We got the witch down, which means we know you were telling the truth. And if you're telling the truth and you're telling the truth, as a witch, if you're here like this, then either and that means that either all 3 of these are evil, or you're a liar. Visual knitter. But if all 3 of these are evil, then... And you're... Yeah, actually, that could work. Yeah. Do I attack? There's no bombardier, is there? I think we're getting into territory where I just have to... Yes. Good. I either have to, like, execute and get them out of the way. Like, I can't spend time, I think. Okay. 4 was affected by an evil was your claim. Interesting. Yeah. Ascension completed. Good. All right. Okay. All right. We'll see how far we can get. There are 2 evils among them. We have made ourselves Ascension 4. I don't have to beat it or not, so gotta be careful of that as well, I guess. 2 evils among all the characters. Find and kill them. All right. 2 characters. We start with 2 characters evil. All right. Here we go. Druid. Bishop. Oh, Bishop's a new one. 3, 7, and 6. There is an outcast, a villager, and a minion. There's no nighttime, which means there's no Lilith yet. 3, 7, and 6. There's an outcast, a villager, and a minion. Okay, but you could just be lying. I was a baker. I was a baker. Isn't that a thing? Bakers, yeah. Weird. With 9 cards, Lilith can only kill once, yeah. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, so Bishop. 3, 7, and 6. There's an outcast, a villager, and a minion. Wait. Okay, it is a doppelganger, you're saying. Yeah. Okay. Possible. 3 cards away from a corrupted character. Corrupted. So you're saying that the Puka is literally this one, right? Yeah. You're saying the Puka is this guy. That's interesting. And these are two corrupted people, or at least one of them is corrupted. Outcast among them. Well, 3, 7, and 6. Let's try and see what happens. You would lie and say there's 1 outcast. Would you say that it's a doppelganger, though? The odds seem low. Okay. How about you? Ah. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. So you're guaranteed Puka because you're making these 2 lie. Baker says that they were a baker, which makes no sense. This one is saying there's a doppelganger. There is a doppelganger among these 3. This is saying that. This one's saying that it's not. And the odds that doesn't make sense. It doesn't work. All right. So that gets rid of Puka. I'm pretty sure both of these guys have to be villagers. Well, you could just be lying, I guess. Yeah, you could be lying. So the puppeteer. 3 cards away from a corrupted character. Boom, boom, boom. This seems reasonable now. This also seems good. But we know there's still a puppeteer. The jester. Jester could be puppeteering you, I suppose. Let's go with you, and you. 1 evil. This seems reasonable. 1 evil seems true to me so far. But that works. The judge. I wonder if they're lying. I know these ones are lying, so I could judge you to see if the judge is true. Because that limits the amount of space that there is left. Judge you? They're lying. Okay, so you're good. Doesn't necessarily... Well, you could actually be evil, but if you're evil, then you can't be the puppeteer, so I don't think you are. Because the puppeteer would have put this guy here, and then they would have said you were telling the truth. Which means it's got to be 1 down here. 2, 6, and 7. Or you can't... I don't think... Yeah. Puppeteer. Corrupted characters. This guy's telling the truth. Which means you... 3, 7... Let's see. 3, 7, 6. 7, 6. No outcasts. 3. I think one of you... Well, you could be... What if you were lying and then this guy was the outcast? Then this guy couldn't have been lying at that point, so that doesn't work. So this guy's the outcast. Can you reveal yourself? Yeah, you're the doppelganger. I'm pretty sure that's true. You're the doppelganger. Well, okay. 2, 6, and 7. 1 evil. 2, 6, and 7. But that's true. That's true. Was a baker. That is true. 2, 6, and 7. There is only one. Because actually, wait, hold on. So 2, 6, and 7. If this is true, it works. If this is false, it does. It's impossible to be false because that means you're not. Yeah, you can't be the puppet master. Unless, what if? Let's see, 2, 5, and 6. The doppelganger couldn't have been tricked. This is the doppelganger. But that just doesn't... no, it's just not... That's just not right. Let me think. Judge, you're a doppelganger. Puppeteer, Puka. Puppeteer. One is lying. One was lying. What if you were the puppeteer? But then you would make them... That wouldn't work. What if you were the puppeteer? You make them lie? 2, 6, 7? They weren't lying. They're telling the truth. So you can't be the puppeteer. Okay. You can't be the puppeteer because you would make them lie, but you're not. You can't be the puppeteer because you would make them say that you're telling the truth. Unless you were the puppeteer. No outcast. 3, 7, and 6. I mean, there's still some room for you to be evil, I guess. Gosh, this is rough. I mean, I have some hearts. I don't think it's the druid. Dang it. 3, okay, 7, 6, 3. You were telling the truth. No outcasts. I mean, I guess I knew that. I guess I did kind of know that because you have to be the puppeteer. If you are the puppeteer, what if it's you? No. It was this one, but you can't. Okay, let me think. Puppeteer. You're saying 3, 7, and 6, and this is a lie. You're saying 3. Oh, 7 and 6 are... But you would have lied anyway. And then because you're saying that they're lying... Wait, as the puppet, you don't lie for them? Oh, yeah, you don't. That's the whole point, right? It's that puppets don't lie. They're just evil. Right. Gosh, dang it. Okay, all right. Right, summary. Sorry, here we go. Let's run it back. Okay, interesting. Right. I always forget that. Yeah, puppets are so tricky. All right. Didn't select both the druids with that. Okay. Let's see. Knight. I can't die. Okay. Could be lying. The wretch. You could pretend to be a wretch. Right side is more evil. Yeah. Wait, do you mean right side like this half, or do you mean right side like to your right? Yeah. 1 is evil. 9, 8, 6. 9, 8, and 6. Medium. 4 is a real empress. Okay. You're trying to confirm each other. Counselor is 2 cards away from the closest evil, and the plague doctor. Oh, okay, this side. Okay, gotcha. Right is more evil. Okay. Because normally, yeah, like I've had them at the top or the bottom or like different sides. I'm like, okay, you mean like this side, that side, kind of much like the clockwise, counterclockwise, but right is the first. It's the first time I think of. I think I've always seen equidistant on Architect actually. Okay, so far, but 4 is Empress. Wait, is there a witch? No, so I can see them all at least. Bombardier, Poet. Closest evil is counterclockwise. What? Oh, why can't I would love to be able to see. So. Yeah, but I can look this way. Okay, so let's say... Well, maybe it could be either of these. Counselor is going to put itself... It just pretend to be a villager. I sit next to it, but you don't necessarily... You could pretend to be... You could be the Bombardier or the Knitter or the Scout, I guess. Maybe even like that, yeah. There are 2 evil pairs. 2 pairs of evil. 2 pairs of evil. Possible, yeah. The Empress. No, there's not. Wait, hold on. Is that possible? Let's say you're evil and you're lying. Well, I guess let's say on this side they're evil because you're saying there's 2 pairs of evil. We know that it's going to be next. Well, it could be next to the wretch as well. Holy cow, there's so many outcasts. Wait, there's only 1 outcast that's real though. So, right? This isn't what this says. Outcast 1. So, one of them is the counselor, I think. And one of them could just, well... And one of them is the, I don't know. There's no shaman. 2 minions, 1 base plus 1 counselor. And then there's another extra 2. That's kind of what there's 2. Well, okay, meaning 6 or 7 is fake. 6 or 7. Okay. Well, how do we know it's not the wretch that's fake? Although I guess the counselor has to go next to them. But does the counselor always become an outcast? It's an outcast. Outcast roll. I sit next to it. Because it could just become a knight or an architect, I would figure. Let's try attacking the knight. Hey. Okay. Appreciate it. It's a pretty free one most of the time. Okay. So Puka's gone. Puka was going to make these ones lie. You're a liar for sure. Closest evil is counterclockwise. Well, yeah, I guess I already, I already knew that, but okay. Can fake as anything they just need to sit next to. Yeah. Yeah. So it could be, well, then couldn't it be 5? Yeah, so it could be 3, it could be 5, it could be 7, it could be 6, or it could be 8. There's quite a lot of things. Right side is more evil. Well, that seems actually kind of well, we know that there's some here, which, okay, well, it could be though. 9, 8, or 6. If you're saying right side is more evil, oh, it's 10 and 5 as well. Okay, huh. There are 2 evil pairs. So you're telling me that all of these are evil. That seems impossible. Because if that were true, or I guess it could be that Wretch could also be evil. Oh, but you would also see it as evil. Yeah, that would make sense. So, okay. Counselor and Minion. I mean, I'm safest. Let's do, well, hold on. Counselor and Minion. There shouldn't be, there's only one person who's being told to, oh, actually, yeah, let's do this. We know you're being told to lie, which means 7 is evil, 10 is corrupted. I know 10 is corrupted for sure, but is 7 evil? I hate that. I hate that. 2 cards away from the closest evil. So we're saying it's very likely this is evil. That's your claim as a plague doctor. And then counselor is 2 cards away from the closest evil. This would be the counselor at that point, which would mean 2 cards away would have to either be this one or this one. But if this is evil, then that means you're evil, and that's not possible. So it would have to be this one. This is the claim. 2 pairs of evil. And that's not really possible at that point. Well, assuming this is correct, that's a lie. So I think what I do is I attack the knitter. Because attacking Bombardier is just too deadly. Either have to lie on both sentences or be truthful on both. Yeah. What I missed? Welcome. Welcome back, Scarlet. Wretch and Puka is already 1 pair. Yeah, that's what I was thinking is... but it's very possible that it's Bombardier, and then it would have to be Knitter at that point. I think I attack Knitter. Yeah. Okay. Because this would make 3. So you had to be lying, assuming you're evil, which is a weird thing to assume. But you're telling me they're evil, and if that's true, then this guy be evil, and this lets me attack without as much risk. So that means there aren't 2 pairs of evil. There's at least 3. I'm feeling confident. Counselor is 2 away from closest evil. That also adds up with Bombardier. If this guy were... This guy can't be lying because... No, yeah, that's why it has to be one of these 2, because you have to be disguising... Yeah, okay, I see. Okay. Or else it wouldn't be able to exist, yeah. There couldn't be that many without at least one being disguised. Okay. Okay, so we're saying there's 1 outcast, and here's our 1 outcast. Okay, this time it makes sense to me. Lilith is going to exist this time, so careful of that. Poisoner is 2 cards away from the closest evil. Okay, the Druid could try to tell me things. The Bombardier... Always risky. I could use your skill, but I don't know if does that count? All right, I could use your skill, and then we know potentially if you're real or not. Here's a judge. Okay, the judge tells me if someone's lying or not. Interesting. Okay. The dreamer. Correct info. I hate dreamers. Medium. I wonder if by using an ability, does that count as a time, or is it just based on me selecting a card? Killed by the demon, that's fine. Reduces our amount of enemies by 1 is actually pretty nice. All right, number 5 is a real dreamer. And our enemies are a poisoner and Lilith. So we could have a dreamer that's evil that poisons you. So what I would do here is I would judge if you're lying. You're telling the truth according to this thing. Which could also then be the Lilith, I guess. Okay, one more. I was a baker. You're lying. So either you're corrupted or you're evil. If we know that to be true, then either the poisoner is here corrupting you, or you're the minion, I guess, or you're Lilith. If you're Lilith and there's a poisoner here, then this would either tell me or I would hit it and this would tell me. So this can't be a poisoner. There can't be a poisoner in this section, I don't think. Because they back each other up somewhat. Let's do Druid on this section. This is a real Bombardier. Or you're lying. But I think it's real. I think it's somewhat safe to kill Baker. Although, well, no, Poisoner could be just this. It feels like this one's just the Poisoner, actually. 2 cards away from the closest evil. That also seems really unlikely. Could kill you. Could also be... Dang it. Okay, you're Lilith. Or Lilith. Why would you lie? Poisoner only goes to the ones next to them. Does that mean you're just a Poisoner? Yes. Evil characters have been executed. Okay. Okay. Strange. So they, yeah, I guess I got lucky on the Lilith's kill there. Yeah, there's a lot of ways you can get pretty lucky here, or pretty unlucky, I suppose, but so far it's been decent. Jester. What do we have? A Wretch, a Plague Doctor, Counselor, and Lilith. Okay. It says there's 1 outcast. It's sort of weird, because I don't know if it means that. Because Counselor is probably pretending to be... It isn't pretending to be one of them. Like, last time it was pretending to be one of them, so I would assume that means there actually are 2 outcasts and a Counselor. But I don't know if that's how that works. Because last time there was 1, and it was actually 3. It made no sense to me. Jester, Counselor. So you say I am good. You're therefore guaranteed good. You're a Plague Doctor. I'd love to see it, I suppose. Okay, we have another Lilith. Lilith kills there. Closest evil is clockwise. Okay, interesting. I think that's probably true. But we'll see. 8 is a real scout. Okay. You're guaranteed true, because that you wouldn't tell me something that wasn't what a character is. Well, if you were evil, would you say they're a real scout? When they're actually, but they are a real scout. Well, they're a real whatever they were, and we know they're a scout because you said it, I think. So far, that's been how that works. Register is a random evil minion to other characters. So what this guy is saying is that this is the closest guy, which means these guys are both evil, or you're evil, one of the 2. Counselor list. So what I could do is I could just check you, not corrupted. But you could be lying. You're not a judge. You're a Plague Doctor. Ugh. Okay. So you could be lying as the Lilith or the Counselor. Check here. The Scout. Counselor is 2 cards away from closest evil. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling that... Hold on. Lilith and Counselor. I'm kind of feeling... the Scout. I don't know. 2 away is not too unreasonable. Not corrupted. You're saying for 4. You would say they are corrupted, I'm pretty sure, if you were a liar, unless they're evil. Let's try killing the Enlightened. Gosh dang. Okay. That really limits us down. I can only get 1 wrong here. The Jester needs to tell me who's evil. But how many of them are evil? So what I could do is I could say... If I say Confessor, Enlightened, Jester, then if you say that there's 2 evil, or you could say there's no evil. So what I would need to do is... I think I need to clear you, actually. Let's do medium. 2 evils among the 3 cleaned characters. So you're guaranteed lying, which means you're evil. Lilith. Okay. Scout and Enlightened check each other because of the Wretch. Two, 4, and 5. There are 2. Scout and Enlightened check each other with the Wretch. Closest evil is clockwise. Counselor is 2 away from the closest evil. Yeah, I guess so. Because if this was Counselor, then it couldn't be. It couldn't be because there's a Plague Doctor here, unless the Plague Doctor was fake. at the time when I was looking for Lilith, I guess. Maybe, but... at which point it would be 2 away, and it would be true still. But I think Plague Doctor is probably real. Well, hold on. Okay, so we just found that you can't be it because if you were Counselor, it wouldn't work. Well, if you're... Wait, if you're a Counselor, this counts as an evil, actually. You could be that. This would be a lie. So you could actually be... You're saying... Wait. Clockwise. We know this one's true. Which means it's either the Wretch... It has to be the Wretch because it can't be... It'd be equidistant if it was the Scout, right? So does it have to be the Wretch? Then if the Wretch is fake... It's kind of strange. So if the Wretch is fake, then it's not 2 away. That can't be... It can't be the Wretch. But how could it be you? Because you'd be equidistant from this guy. I think I'm going to die here, but it can't be the Wretch. Because... Yeah, it has to be the Scout because the Scout would go next to the Wretch anyway, wouldn't it? Yeah. It has to be the Scout. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. I was kind of worried that I was not following. Pick one character, learn an evil role if you'll picked. Yeah, Dreamer. I'm 2 away from the corrupted character. A fortune teller. Your claim is that I guess they're corrupted. 1 is evil. 1, 6, or 2. 1, 6, or 2. 1, 2, or 6. 6. Fortune teller. Okay. Scout and Light check each other out. Let's see. 3 is a real fortune teller, is your claim. If you're telling the truth, then they would get this correct. If you're lying... Well, okay, what do I have? Shaman is going to make there be a duplicate villager, and both of them will therefore be real, I guess. Let's go here. Although you could have been... I can't know what you are yet, but... Knitter. Evils are not adjacent to each other. Okay. A poet. So there's our duplicate. I'm pretty sure that means they're both telling the truth, unless there's another duplicate. Although it could be this one, right? Okay. So poet. I am 2 cards away from a corrupted character. Who corrupts? I'm corrupted and I lie. You're probably the drunk. It's 2 away. And who do you pretend to be? Not in play villager. So you're the drunk. And the drunk is lying. 1, 6, or 2. There's 1 between them. So there's either 2 or 0 or 3, I guess. 1, 6, 2. And it's not 2, so it could be either be 1 and 6 or neither. It's either both or neither of these. If it's both, let's say, then... But you're saying 4 is good? I think I knew that already. Okay. Evils are not adjacent to each other. Let's say it's 1, 6, and 3. That would add up with this as well. Okay. I think that's probably the best I'm going to be able to do. 1, 6, and 3, right? So 1, 6, and 3. And then I can try to check for something. Like... Fortune teller, the poets. You're saying they're evil. I don't believe you. You... What? Huh. No. Okay, so I can't assume that you're both honest just because you're both the same. Because this one could have been somebody else. So maybe the duplicate was was this one, I suppose. Or maybe that's just not how this game works. So one of these 2 is lying to me. 2 away from a corrupted character. 4 is good. 1 is evil. 1, 6, or 2. Huh. 1, 6, or 2. Why did I do 3 there? I should have done 6, I suppose. 6. Number 3 is a fortune teller. Wait. You're telling the truth. That helps. So if you're saying 1 is evil between 1, 6, and 2, and I know that 2 or 8, one of these 2 is evil. 6 or 2. 6 is true. 1. Okay, teach me their role, maybe. Teach me the role... The evil role of 2. 2 could be a shaman. Yeah, that's not really... Neither of these characters have any, like, interesting descriptors, ways of knowing for sure. One of them is for sure evil. I could go a 50-50 on it. 1, 6, and 2. 3 is a fortune teller. 2 or 8 are evil. 1 is evil, 1, 6, and 2. So the odds of it being 2 seem reasonably good. No, but you were the drunk. And I thought you were telling me they were... Okay. Drunk is tricky. Drunk is tricky. Okay, restart. We have 2 lives left. See if I can win this. 3 evil among the characters. Okay. Okay. Druid finds outcasts. 2 druids. No witches. So we have a Puka. We have a plague doctor. That's good. Puka plague doctor is good. Good odds of discovery. 5 or 3 is a twin minion. 5 or 3. Wait. You or 5. 2 adjacent to me. Slayer. Let's say you're the twin minion. You couldn't kill them. Could be lying. But if you're... Fortune teller. Okay, keep going. Alchemist cured 1 corruption. Oh. You're saying you cured 1 corruption. Okay. 1 is evil. Okay, okay. You're saying you cured 1 corruption amongst this set. You couldn't kill them. I feel like that's suspicious. I feel like you're probably... You might be safe then. Unless you could be next to each other and both be evil. 8 is good is your claim. Okay, so you're backing up them. 1 is evil of 9, 1, and 4. 9, 1, and 4. So I want to be checking with the druids things that I know. Like, I know there's an outcast here. So I want you to choose them, and choose them. There is a plague doctor. 1, 10, and 9. No outcasts. So you're lying. You could be lying as the Puka, or you could be lying... 5 or 3 is a twin minion. You couldn't kill them. You wouldn't say yourself. You're really weird. But you're telling the truth. So you're good. If you're either... Okay. Which means you can't be the Puka. You could still be a minion of some kind. Or you could just be good. Attack this one. Ah, you were corrupted. Does that mean that you're the Puka? And that means that you have to be the minion. Okay, that works fine. So you're corrupted, which means that this guy was being dishonest, which means it was 1 evil, which means you're guaranteed good. You could also be evil. You're still on? Yeah. Let's check and see if you're evil. Fortune teller, any of you. Okay, so check and see if this guy's evil. Oh. What? Is 5 or 1 evil? Yes. Oh, you're corrupt because of play. Oh, the witch doctor. I didn't think about that. Gosh dang. Okay, we got one more. We got one more life. One more life to make it through. Holy cow. Oh, it makes it so complicated. Okay. Okay, Lilith's twin and regular minion is probably the easiest of the ones we had so far, I think. The knight. I love having a knight. Come on, let's do this. Bombardier, the knight, another knight. I love 2 knights. I can probably attack both safely. 2 evils adjacent to me. Okay. Only 1 pair of evil. Only 1 pair. Okay. 9 is a real alchemist. Well, you have to be telling the truth. I love when this happens. 4 is good. I don't trust either of these ones very much right now. Bard. I am 3 cards away from a corrupted character. Huh. Okay. Well, we've sectioned down a little bit. I would have loved it to attack this way a little bit more, but that's fine. Bombardier, let's see. Knights. I don't feel too safe about attacking knights right now because imagine there's a corruptor in here somewhere. Actually, there's not. So with no corruptor, besides the drunk could be imitating. There's no shaman. So yeah, the drunk is probably imitating one of you. You're claiming the two evils next to you. I think this is safe. Yeah, this is a real knight. This is a drunk. Because there's no imitation happening. And that's confusing a little, because that makes me wonder about you. Two evils adjacent to me, so you for sure found at least one evil. So either you're lying and there's only one, or you're telling the truth and there's two, so it's harder to say at that point. Number 9 is a real alchemist. I'm 3 cards away from a corrupted character. You're saying that you are 3 cards away, 1, 2, 3, from a corrupted character? From a drunk. 1, 2, 3. I just don't think that's accurate. Yeah. Oh, you're a drunk. Wait. Okay. Oh, drunk is it only hurts me for 2? That's nice. I wonder why that only hurt me for 2. Is that... Sure. Maybe outcasts are worth 2 in general. Yeah, let's look at that. I don't know. Lose 5 health whenever you execute a good character. But it doesn't say how much I lose for executing an outcast, but I lost 2. Oh, here. 275 when you execute me. Okay, in the hints section. And Bombardier just kills. Okay, sure. So each outcast its own specific amount of damage you take. All right. So you were lying. Fair enough. You were lying, but you were a knight, so it doesn't tell me much. There's only 1 pair of evil, which means there are no pairs of evil. I know this is telling the truth. 4 is good. Is not necessarily true. Oh, no. Okay. Let's see. Oh, here we go. So we know there's only 1 evil left, and it's just a minion. So, excuse me. If this is evil, then this is evil. If this is evil, then this is evil. So therefore, both of you are good. We know that 9's real alchemist was accurate. We know that this knight is really, we know this knight is really good, which means it actually has to be the Bombardier. It's the first Bombardier I've had. The first Bombardier that actually could get me. We're 1 life away from death, though. It's spooky right now. Confessor says they're good. We love to see it. The Scout, Lilith, is 2 cards away from closest evil. Who knows? The Slayer. Okay. And the Poet. I am 1 card away from corrupted character. 8 is a real knitter. You're telling the truth. So you're telling me this guy's corrupted? Okay. Might be true. The knitter. There are 2 pairs of evil. Yeah, very possible. 2 evils adjacent to me. You are guaranteed lying. Is lying... You could be the drunk. Drunk is complicated. I don't know how to sort them out generally. But you're lying for sure. You could be a drunk. 2 pairs of evil. You also come up as evil. Which seems really weird. Considering this guy. Okay, let's open up this guy. Oh, you hurt me, but you can't kill anyone else. That's spooky. All right, I was a poet. Okay. Was a poet. What does this tell me? If the baker takes 1, doesn't that mean that the other poet can't exist? I feel like that's true. Let's try the Slayer on the other poet. Couldn't kill them. Yeah, very suspicious. That is very suspicious that you can't kill them. Because I'm pretty sure if you were a poet, you can't exist. You can exist, but you're lying. Yeah. Oh, gosh, that was close. All right. You were lying. Oh, this is going to be spooky now, though. I couldn't kill 4. Because they're actually good. So you should be safe, actually. Or you could be lying because you're evil and can't kill for that reason. 2 cards away from the closest evil. This seems like it's true to me. Because either you're evil and this is true, or you're evil and this is true. So you have to be telling the truth. Because we know you're evil or a drunk. Could be. I think it's pretty likely you're a drunk, honestly. But I feel like you might say 1 evil if there were none. So instead you say 2. I feel like this guy is suspicious right now to me. The knitter. So right now we're in this position. Like, for example, you should be saying there's 1, 2 pairs, and then at least a third somewhere here. I'm pretty sure knitter has to be lying. Yeah, right. So you could still be the drunk, which is scary, because I would die if I kill you. So, okay. So it's one of the two of you. Lilith is 2 cards away from the closest evil. This adds up. What does this mean for me? It just clears you 2, which is already cleared. 8 is a real knitter. Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, 8 is a real knitter. That's true. There are 2 pairs of evil. We know there to be a drunk and an evil between these 2. I am 1 card away from a corrupted character. You actually really are 1 card away from a corrupted character. And a drunk is corrupted. And I don't think any of these are. So it has to be you. Yeah, you're the drunk. Huh. Okay. All evil characters have been executed. Excellent. Good. So the poet actually did give me some really useful information. I didn't think of the drunk as corrupted. I thought it was just evil. Or I thought of it as evil, but of course it is. Okay. Okay, we have 10 health. It's okay. We've got 1 life. Let's do this. I am good. You are good. Fortune teller. Okay. Slayer. Yeah, these Lilith thing is making it dangerous. The Slayer could try to kill somebody for me. That sounds great. We have a second fortune teller. What do we have right now? Okay, Shaman. Shaman likely doubled up my fortune tellers, although a minion, or I don't know if anyone would have. The drunk could have also copied somebody. The Baker. I was an enlightened. Let's see if we can. Yeah, let's try to separate out where is destroyed. I was an enlightened. Still playing? Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get as far as I can in 1 life. I've got 1 life left, so I wanted to give it a good old go. Closest evil is clockwise. Okay. I was an enlightened. Okay. Enlightened. Interesting. That seems. Yeah. It's. Well, doesn't that mean that the other enlightened? If you were an enlightened, and we have 2 fortune tellers and 2 enlightens right now. The drunk is one of them for sure, and the shaman summoned the other. But I can't say for sure which is which. So I've got to try to test the fortune tellers, and I'll know which is the drunk. Fun, but felt like it needed relics or something, which would probably make the game worse. Yeah, I don't know how you would add. It's like mimic chest, right? Okay, we have a slayer. A slayer could try to kill maybe the enlightened for me potentially, but fortune teller, I need you to. We have confessor. I feel somewhat trusting of the enlightened here. Okay, 10 or 7. Gosh dang it, my health is just getting eaten away. 10 or 7 is a minion. 10 or 7 is a minion. You're just lying right now. You're just lying. You could be a drunk, gosh dang it, but you are lying. Let's double Slayer the poet, maybe. And if neither of them can kill the... Well, actually, it's tricky. Okay, good. Well, there you go. You're telling the truth. Okay. I love to see that, you know? Hey. Now, it kills 7 and 10. So 7 and 10 were killed by Lilith. And now I've got a night cycle thing where every night Lilith will try to damage my health a little bit to a pop. But because nights go by based on opening cards, not based on action. So I can still use these actions without night coming. We're limited to 6 health right now in our last life, which is very scary to me. Evil is picked, execute it. So we still have another Slayer. So so let's check our fortune tellers on the good. You're telling me one of them is evil, so you're lying. I'm sorry, you're lying. The trouble is you could be the drunk, who is always lying and corrupted and so on. You're definitely good. Okay, let's limit it down. Slayer, can you attack this fortune teller for me? Thank goodness. Okay. So we know these guys are all good. Now there's only 2. One of you 2 is evil for sure. Closest evil is clockwise. 1, 2, 3. No, it's not. So, but then, oh, which one of you is a drunk? One of you's a drunk. Gosh dang it. One of you's a drunk. You're both lying. I wasn't enlightened. Apparently you were not. One of these was, I guess. Or, no. I wasn't enlightened. If you were a drunk, you could lie and say you were an enlightened. But the problem is that this one's also lying. One of you's a drunk. Okay. Actually, no. Yeah, one of these could be the... Yeah, one of the, you're saying you were enlightened. You're an enlightened appearance-wise. You're a drunk or an enlightened. One of these... If you are a drunk, then one of these had to be the enlightened. If you are... If you're a drunk, then you really are an enlightened, which means you're evil. Because you're disguising yourself. tricky. Gosh dang it. 2 or 8, evil, false. I am good. I think I can safely attack twice, actually, though. We might be okay. Never saw those. Yeah, it's deeper in. I'm gonna attack the enlightened. Oh, it was the drunk. Okay, but that's okay. Oh, yeah, right. Drunks only damage me for 2. Thank goodness. Boom. Or Lilith, I guess. Either way. There we go. I'm just hobbling along on my 1 life right now. This is difficult. Okay, you are evil or corrupted. One of the 2. Who's my enemy right now? We have a puppeteer. Puppeteer could be corrupting you. Or Plague Doctor as well. Yeah, Plague Doctor's tricky. A judge tells if you're lying. 1 card away from corrupted. Yeah, you know, I really actually do think that you're corrupted at this point. Okay, confessor. Oh no. Okay, one of you is corrupted. We have a knight. Let's open all the cards first. Okay. I don't have to deal with being hit again, so like I could safely try to attack the knight here, but the knight, hold on. You could be a puppeteer puppeteering the knight. That's the problem. So left side is more evil. Okay. It seems a little unlikely at this point. No evil's adjacent to me. It's possible. I have 1 minion, 1 demon. Lilith and the puppeteer. The judge. How about you judge the lover? Interesting. Gosh dang, you could be a puppet. They're all in cahoots, okay? It's tough to say. I might attack the knight. But, because if I attack the knight and the knight dies... Well, no, puppeteers are evil anyway. Or puppets are evil anyway. So I can safely kill the puppet, yeah. And it is the puppet, which means that you are the puppet master. And that means there's just 1 enemy left. So when you say no evil's near me and you say they're telling the truth, that means that you guys are both good, guaranteed. Because you're confirming each other, there's only 1 evil, and it's basically... It's like almost like a minion. Left side is more evil. You are telling the truth. Yeah. You have to be. I am dizzy. You actually... Wait, hold on. Doesn't that mean... Doesn't mean that you were the Plague Doctor. The Plague Doctor plagued one of you guys. Ah, spooky. Okay. The Plague Doctor plagued one of you. 1 card away from Corrupted Monster. So one of you... But there's no way to tell which one. I guess it's okay. I can just attack. You were corrupted, and you're evil. That's fine. Okay. Limping along. Ascension completed. But I got... Okay. You completed an ascension. There are 2 evils among all characters. Kill and kill them. Okay. So does it just go on? Poet, an alchemist, an empress, enlightened oracle, knight, bard, plague doctor. I mean, I'm not totally against carrying on. Alchemist, empress, enlightened. I guess I should try to get as well. Like, wait, does it reset my hearts though? That's kind of crazy. Plague doctor. Okay, we're a couple hours in. I could go on a little longer. Only got to ascension 1. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Okay, it's kind of crazy. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, so there's like 3 different cards essentially. There's like a first like section and a second section, a third section, and there's also ascensions. Ascensions let you unlock more sections, but then like what is the end goal of the ascensions? Poet, alchemist, empress. Okay, poisoner and Ba. It is getting interesting though. 1 card away from the corrupted character. But is there more past this? Like, is this endless or yeah, where am I going from here? Closest evil is counterclockwise. The poet. 1 evil is adjacent to me. Okay. And who am I dealing with? I've got a poisoner and a Ba. 8 or 3 is a poisoner. 8 or 3 is a poisoner. The alchemist says they cured 2 corruptions. That's not likely. Well, it's not impossible though. We have a plague doctor and a poisoner. It is possible. 8 or 3 is a poisoner. I can't die. Your corruption was cured. So yeah, we're safe. Yeah, unless this guy was lying, at which point I feel like then I would just not kill you most likely. Plague Doctor, so you're dead. You are claiming to have cured 2. You cured yourself, I suppose, and you cured whoever the Plague Doctor was after, which means Plague Doctor really can't guess anybody, I don't think. Unless you can't cure yourself. Four is evil, 3 is corrupted. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you can't cure yourself. That's interesting. So if you're next to someone who manipulates your words, you will just say the wrong thing anyway. That's interesting. Whole new run, I think. Interesting. Okay. Well, so like, I think you have to get at least 4 ascensions in order to unlock like the next set. That's like a new run with maybe some modifiers to it. But then once you get past 4 ascensions, I wonder if there is a point going on. I'm not sure. 4 is evil, 3 is corrupted, but I also am like, if I leave now, it's like, it doesn't save or whatever, right? So it's better to push further, see what we can unlock. 1 is evil, 8, 7, or 2. 8, 7, or 2. Well, you're guaranteed evil. We have only 1 evil left, and that evil is the Ba. The Ba, it just adds a fake doppelganger to this list. So that's not a big deal. If you got corrupted, yeah, if you got corrupted, you actually have to be good, and I'm pretty sure you're good as well. So it's just a Ba. It's just like a minion essentially left over. 1 is evil from 8, 7, or 2. 8 or 3 is a poisoner. Oh, wait, no, you're just lying. Oh, you're corrupted. Ah, you're corrupted. So you corrupted them, and then you corrupted them. Yeah, annoying. Okay, 8, 7, 8, okay, 8 or 3. 8 or 3. And you were corrupted, which means it's not either 8 or 3, but I already knew that, I guess. But if you're corrupted, yeah, it doesn't really tell me anything. I'm just pretty sure you're safe. 1 card away from a corrupted character, you were telling the truth. Closest evil is counterclockwise. So your answer is that there's an evil among these two. Your answer, 1 is evil, 8, 7, or 2. Your answer is that it's this one. And your answer is that it's this one. Oh, this might get me. But I think I go for 7. It's not really an easy way to know. Let's try it. No, it was 8. Okay. Dang it. Okay. 2 evils. I don't know. Okay, maybe we enter draw mode. Okay, wait, hold on. I can bug report. Of course, this makes sense. And there's settings. Okay. Maybe if I do abandon run, what? Oh, what, can I erase? Hold on. Back, draw mode, undo. Oh, right click undo, sure. And then I can choose different colors. Okay. But yeah, what I might do here, I don't know if I want to, hold on, where do I get out of this? Yeah. I don't know if I want to like abandon run, because I don't know if that does something differently than just dying to a run. So maybe we just do a little bit of this and see. I might get lucky. No. Okay. Yeah. Just do a little bit of this. And then let's see what it gives me, because it might unlock something for me. I'm not sure what we get when we beat this, but I should have an ability to unlock something. All right. We'll see what death looks like. Okay. Evil wins. Okay. All right. Oh, and wait, what? Okay, Ascension 5. Oh, I can fully lose and I'm still in the Ascension. That's kind of strange. So let's go to menu. Okay, let's go to menu. I'm not sure exactly how that works. Maybe we can just save our Ascension. That might be what's happening there. So standard, which we beat up to Ascension 5 on, by beating up to at least 4, I unlocked Endless. Increased difficulty, every village is randomized, more challenging characters and scenarios. So maybe there's, yeah, like a new set of enemies in here to go for. So if you want to see that, I suppose, there you are, right? There's quite a lot, it seems like, available now, but also with Endless, like, I wonder what this means, right? We have to see if there's actually like new characters in there. With Ascensions here, it's felt like beating through different Ascensions did unlock new characters, so there could still be characters hidden behind there as well. I'm just not totally sure yet how that works, but standard, Endless, these are our things that we could look at in a future stream. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you want to see more of it, subscribe for all that sort of thing. I think I will do a second stream on this, at least one more stream on this, trying the Endless mode out, and just to, yeah, sort of what else there is available. Like if I go Compendium though, yeah, there's still a little bit in here, but this is coming soon. So this might all be locked. Okay, let's just double check here. So maybe just like exploring Endless is mainly the thing, because it seems like we've gotten the characters, but there will be more. We'll see what Endless means, and then yeah, and then beyond that, yeah, I'm sure I will play the full release when it comes out, or a later version as well. But anyway, thanks for coming around. Appreciate you, Cody, Vetriz, and anyone else who popped in during. I know Will Ferris and Scarlet were around as well. But I will see you probably tomorrow. All right, later on.